The boys are trying to figure out their place with him because he is a boy, and so he's a little bit dominant even as a puppy. And so, you know, they're trying to find their place and his place, and they've been a little extra, I want to say needy, in that they're not getting quite as much attention because the dog needs more attention right now, and so they're trying to have to come to terms with having almost a new baby in the house sort of thing. Life at home, you know, things are going great. The boys are amazing. Brother Slim, Brother Jackson, they had an amazing trip to Tennessee. It's someplace they've never been before, and Brother Jackson's experience getting to get on the bike with Jamie and start it up, and just his smile from ear to ear was just amazing. And I don't think he's, you know, I don't think he's going to forget that anytime soon. So that was really cool. But no, the boys are doing great. They're adjusting to, you know, bedtimes and getting up early and starting the school day kind of thing. But it's an adjustment in the household again, because we've been off of school and out of bedtimes for a good 6 months. So we're all getting back on track that way. You know, MrsNutt and I last year, before we had the boys, were doing a really strict keto diet, and we had both been super successful. You know, I lost about, I want to say 20 to 25 pounds actually, which amazes me that I had that much to lose. But, and he lost, I want to say almost 45, maybe more. But with the boys, it's been really hard to stick to that. So I'm looking at getting back on track with that. And, you know, any tips and pointers to doing it with kids is always helpful, because it was really easy when it was just two adults who could intermittent fast for most of the day, put together two, you know, one, maybe two simple meals. Was really easy. It is not that easy to put together life for children and family and whatever. And so any tips and pointers you guys could give me would be so helpful. But now that the boys are back doing a regular schedule of school, that gives me a little bit more free time, which is really nice, because I'm looking to get either back to my gym or just back to, you know, working out. We have a really nice piece of equipment in the house, and I just have to get off my ass and start working out. So that's my goal. You know, we probably each put back on, I would guess at least 10 pounds. I know I have put somewhere between 8 and 10 pounds back on just since the boys are with us, because, you know, I make desserts, and that's what I do, is I'm a baker. So it's, you know, I can only do so much sugar-free and keto before, you know, it doesn't work. So I gotta just start putting my weight training and building back on, or my exercise and weight training back together, because that is one of those things. I'm one of those people who like to eat what I like to eat, but I like to work my ass off at the same time so that I can eat what I like to eat. The keto diet really is the only thing I've ever done where I actually followed a protocol eating and was able to actually lose. I've always just maintained my weight and stayed in a, you know, good shape, but doing keto was the only thing that actually made me drop pounds. So I'm pretty much at my goal weight. I'm just not in the shape I'd like to be in anymore. So I've gotten lazy. That just, put it out there, plain and simple. So I got to get back into a regular routine. I was, at the gym 4 days a week. And now there's 2 days this week I barely got out of my pajamas. And the boys are like, oh man, Heidi, I think it's time to get dressed today. We want to go do something. But with the puppy, it's just so hard to, you kind of spend every minute looking at him going, oh, and he's doing so good. His potty training is amazing. He is, I would say, 80 to 85% potty trained. So that's amazing. I've never owned a puppy or dog who is just so smart. He's just so quick. I've had dogs when I was a kid and things like that. And I guess as a kid, you don't notice what it takes to train a dog properly and all these things. But dogs are a ton of work, but I love him. He's so adorable and so smart, so sweet. But he's fitting into the household great. The boys are trying to figure out their place with him because he is a boy, and so he's a little bit dominant even as a puppy. And so, they're trying to find their place and his place, and they've been a little extra, I want to say needy, in that they're not getting quite as much attention because the dog needs more attention right now. And so they're trying to have to come to terms with having almost a new baby in the house sort of thing. And that is, it's been a little bit of a struggle for them. They're getting over it. But, we worked it out. We're working through it, I guess I could say. So, so I'm going to get back into a routine. Hopefully this week. It's already Wednesday. So what I work best kind of starting fresh, and I'm not one of those, like, you hear a lot of people when they go into dieting, they're like, well, let me finish all the bad things I want to eat before I decide to really be good. I don't really binge on everything. I just am not as focused on what I want to be doing. So, we'll get through this week. We'll get school back on track because obviously this week was Labor Day holiday, and so that threw our schedule off again, even though we just got into a schedule or a routine. And that's one of the, I think, the biggest things having the kids in the house is we were always, Mr. Nutt and I have always been pretty big on a routine. Like, we do what we do and we do it over and over and over again. We're super consistent that way. And I think that bringing 2 kids into our life, not having kids ever together, our consistency in our routine has really been one of the things that has made this, I want to say, successful with these boys, is just the consistency. And I know that was definitely something that they were very much lacking in their home previously, is just you didn't know who was going to get up. Was anybody going to be there when you got up? So that's just, we're just so consistent. And that is, I think, one of the most important things in raising kids. It is one of the, I'm going to say it's the same kind of importance in raising this puppy. And, it works in our life. It works in our business. It's kind of why we flow the way we do. And, Mr. Nutt and I, we're coming up on 21 years married this next March. And I think that's just one of our strengths, is just our consistency in each other, the way we do things, the way we treat each other. It's just been, I don't know, it's just been an amazing ride. But I definitely think that is one of the things that has made us successful in life, successful in marriage. No matter what business plan we're kind of focused on or following, we're doing it. And I think that has shown the boys a lot.